run that shit up, Trey. Hey, run that shit up, Trey. Hey, run that shit up, Trey. Hey, run that shit up, Trey.
Yeah. Woo.
I just need my space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
Wow. Welcome back. Long time no see. My name is Taylor Bell, and this is Chiefs Studios. My God, it's been a long off season, and I do apologize. I think this will be the last off season that we take off. Trying to get back into the swing of things, coming off of a Super Bowl championship from your Kansas City Chiefs. Such a wonderful off season. Such a wonderful upcoming season to look forward to. My goodness. It seems like the Chiefs essentially got better in a lot of the deficiencies, right, that they were suffering from last season in the year that they won the Super Bowl. Now, it was a shock to me. If you're a new viewer, I want to welcome you to the channel. My name is Taylor Bell. Running this channel, Fred Davis, my co-host, my partner here on the channel. I believe will be, I think he's going to go live and or record a show possibly tomorrow or Thursday before the Hall of Fame game when the Bears take on the Texans. Now, getting back into the swing of things, right? So the Chiefs are back in training camp, and essentially we are too. So we're going to use, and let me just be quite honest with you, StreamYard, the platform that we are using to run the live stream, the podcasts and stuff like that, has been having issues lately. So many of you, of the subscribers and or viewers may not know, but I do have a very popular technology YouTube channel, and StreamYard has been a disaster over these last week or so. For whatever reason, lots of issues. As you can tell, just got that in the mail from my tech channel. So trying to grow Chief Studios alongside with the tech channel. YouTube is what I do, and we plan on doing this very well this season. So how it's going to work is we are ironing out a schedule. You will have scheduled, regularly scheduled shows, pregame, postgame, even live stream on Sundays during the game. And then you will get shows containing myself and or Fred throughout the week, talking Chiefs and the rest of the NFL. So this is not going to be a long show. Probably get out of here in probably about 20-30 minutes, but just wanted to introduce everybody to the channel and get us going in the algorithm, so to speak, right? So I mentioned it before. Chiefs got better in almost, well, we'll talk about it, but for the most part, they got better across all fronts, or at least fronts that they were needing help in. Now, The main position that sticks out is wide receiver. That was a major concern for this team last year. This year, it looks like they have a little more to look forward to. As last season developed, I was almost certain that they were not going to win a championship. In fact, if you go back and watch some of the games, some of the weeks leading up to the postseason, I was not a happy camper. I tried not to be Debbie the Downer, but it was so freaking hard when nobody could catch the ball. Running game seemed to struggle. Defense, freaking phenomenal. But the Chiefs seemed like week in and week out, they were always out of sync. They would have a really good game, probably every once a month, right? Once every 3 to 4 games. And then oh man, we are back on track. This is the old Chiefs that we all love. But deep down inside, you're like, well, I hope we get back there. But again, Mahomes doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to. And even when he does get it to them, or they attempt to catch it, they don't fumble. They don't catch it. Flat out. They just don't catch it. So they addressed that position specifically in the offseason, right? Rashee Rice, we'll get to him probably in a couple episodes from now, maybe in a few more days, and discuss his situation. We'll discuss the team. We're going to break down everything specifically and how it entails and how it gets thrown into the sauce for this upcoming season, right? So he's had some off-the-field incidences. Suspension not set in stone, but anticipating missing some games here at the beginning of the season. So Chiefs go out and draft Xavier Worthy, first round draft pick out of the University of Texas, wide receiver. And they also sign Hollywood Brown. Now they bring back Tony, right? Love him or hate him, he's back. He does bring some speed, although some give and take, right? He's not the, borderline. I'm not sure if they will keep him. And we'll keep you up to date, right? With all the signings, with all the cuts, roster cuts, the final 52, 53, whatever they're going to expand it this year. We will obviously have that for you. But just look at some of the other additions they made, right? So not only did they bring in Worthy, which helps bolster and put that speed back in the offense. This is the first time in a couple of years I've been excited for this offense. Should be very explosive. Isaiah Pacheco looks phenomenal in training camp. It looks like he is going to get better and better and better. And as the running game gets better, the passing game gets better. As the passing game gets better, the running game gets better. So if you're improving drastically on both of those fronts, you're looking to have an explosive, hopefully, fingers crossed, back to the old Kansas City explosive offense, right? But check this out. Kelsey is 1 year older. I think he was dealing with some injuries last year, some nicks, some bumps, some bruises. He's 1 year older. Now, I expect Andy Reid basically to treat Kelsey with kid gloves, and I expect Andy Reid to give Kelsey the Greg Popovich treatment. Now, hear me out for a second. So I'm in San Antonio. Big Spurs fan. Popovich is well known back when they were winning championships, right? With Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Towards the end of their run, even halfway through the run, he was known for running them hard in not really hard in practice, but running a full, complete practice, but cutting their minutes down during the season. And even if there was a question, I calf or my back or something, he would just sit him at practice. Like he would treat the postseason as, look, we're going to make it to the postseason, and I want you there as healthy as possible. At very least, they're going to make the postseason. If Mahomes is healthy, they're making the postseason. I don't care who, put me at wide receiver. They're making the playoffs with Mahomes healthy and playing during the regular season. So I think that's what they're going to do with Kelsey. I think they're going to take it easy on him during the season. He had an explosive first month of last year. Kind of slowed down. He did battle some injuries there mid-season. Finished the postseason very, very strong. So, but look at what they did. So Kansas City essentially drafted his replacement. Now, I think they did it at perfect timing. Brett Veach, phenomenal GM, gives Kelsey's replacement. I don't think he's going to have much playing time this year. He will, when Kelsey needs a breath or some time off, as we mentioned, to get healthy for the postseason. And as the season progresses, as we get closer into the postseason and eventually in the postseason, I don't think the backup will play much. That's when Kelsey's time to shine. But they essentially drafted his replacement. They're going to let Jared Wiley, tight end out of TCU, let him learn, right? Let him basically follow Kelsey around, see what his daily practices are like, his daily habits are like, what it's like being a pro. Kelsey can teach him the ins and outs. He's a rather big guy, about the same size. I think he's a little slender, a few pounds lighter than Kelsey, but damn, my laptop's about to die. Hang on. I didn't expect this. Hang on. I gotta change monitors. Give me a second. All right, how does that look? Where are we? Okay, sorry for the interruption. I saw my battery on like, give me that warning like it's about to shut down. So, oh, crap. So as I rearrange some stuff, and again, I do apologize for the kind of spur of the moment episode, but I did want to get a episode in. Want to give you my thoughts and feelings on the end of last season and kind of thoughts going into this upcoming season. Looks to be a very exciting year. And we'll get into more of the NFL stuff as well. Looking to start a dedicated NFL channel that we'll promote here and put links in the description where we talk all NFL, not specifically Chiefs, because here obviously we do talk and focus on the Chiefs, but we also talk all NFL. We're going to have Fred's going to bring along really good interviews. I mean, Fred's a phenomenal broadcaster and interviewer, much better than I am. So expect some more player interviews this upcoming season. And we'll break down everything. So you see Jordan Love. Let's see, was that it for the Chiefs? Excited about this upcoming season. Draft picks. So Chiefs basically they drafted their needs, right? So you draft some wide receivers. You get a cornerback. You get offensive line, defensive players. Basically, great. Now all of my notes just went away. I was using two monitors, had to go to one to plug in my laptop, and now all my notes are gone. So, yeah, great. Anyways, next episode will be much more organized. Sorry about that. So you do see Brett Veach fill in the holes where needed. So you're going to. I hope to see an explosive offense as we get the season underway, and hopefully on the road to another three-peat. Moving into the NFL, you see Jordan Love get a fat contract. You see Tua get a nice big contract. Now, I understand for Jordan Love, makes sense, right? He did prove himself very questionable going into last season. Didn't really know what to expect, right? And they wanted to get it done now, earlier, or should I say sooner rather than later. The later you wait to pay players, the more expensive they get. I mean, just look at Dallas. My God, they got 3 players: Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, all up for contracts, all demanding top dollar, because all at the same time, essentially, because Dallas has waited to sign them, right? So I know Green Bay wanted to get that deal done as soon as possible, if and when they saw Jordan Love prove himself. And I believe he did that last season. He put that stamp, the seal of approval on that Dallas playoff game. Had a really, really, really good, 4, 5, 6 week stretch in the year. Really impressive what he's been able to do. His growth, absolutely phenomenal. I love watching him play. Tua, on the other hand, I don't really know. It's kind of like between a rock and a hard place. And you can say the same thing for Dallas. I'm not confident in giving Dak Prescott. When he signs, look, he's asking, the money he's asking, him and his agent are asking, would be the highest paid player in NFL history. And I am not comfortable with that. I don't think Jerry Jones is either, but you get in this certain situation where, what do you do? Now, you can sign him, and we'll get back to Tua, but since I'm on Dallas, we'll roll Dallas. I'm not high on Dak. I'm not high on Tua. Now, it's easy to say being a Chiefs fan because we have Mahomes, but there's when you have a player, and not just Mahomes, but there's a handful of quarterbacks where if you got one, it's all systems go. Like you think they are underpaid every year. The opposite for Dak Prescott. The opposite for now Tua. It's in the way these actually even wide receivers, each position, every single year, higher and higher and higher. So what do you do? What is Dallas going to do? We have no idea. All I know is that I would not feel comfortable giving him that contract. Now, what you could do, if you want to roll the dice, he has a no trade clause, which I understand he negotiated that into his contract last time he signed. So you can't trade him without his approval. You could just roll the dice and say, hey, play out your contract. Now, I know there would be as much as we would like to not admit it, there would be a bidding war for his services at quarterback. There's a number of teams that could upgrade, moving on to Dak. But you're in that weird, it's sort of like basketball, right? I was thinking about this yesterday. In basketball, you're sort of in that limbo where you're playing over 500 at the end of the year, right? Just over 500. But you're not good enough to make the playoffs, or you barely get in the playoffs, but you're like a first-round exit. And you're in between in the bottom of the barrel. So you're sort of stuck in the middle, where every year you don't have a really high draft pick, so you can't really improve on talent. So what do you do? Because Dallas, let's face it, it's a broken record. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to fizzle out. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to fizzle out. They need a real game changer at that position. You could tell them, hey, play out your contract, and we'll see you at the end of the year. Now, what do you do with CeeDee Lamb? He's gonna demand high dollar, top dollar, Micah Parsons. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes I am happy for Jordan Love. Tua, same sort of deal with Dak, right? I mean, at some point, can't you just offer him sort of a... They gave him a lot of guaranteed money. I would almost feel comfortable. I would almost be okay with giving him 3 years, $100 million guaranteed, right? It is less than the average quarterback is making, top dollar quarterback. However, it is 100% guaranteed, right? Not that common, but it has been done before. I just don't have... They just can't do it. You saw them in cold weather in the playoffs. They just... Not suitable. So, not suitable for a Super Bowl. So, we will see as that goes on. Excited to see the Hall of Fame game. Caleb Williams will not be playing, unfortunately. I was looking forward to that. I know yesterday he made a statement saying, I definitely want to play in this Hall of Fame game versus the Texans on Thursday. And his coach came out and threw water all on top of that fire. Said, nope, no starters are playing on Thursday night. So there goes our Caleb Williams sighting. But I'm definitely going to be paying attention to Chicago. Not necessarily a huge Caleb Williams fan, but I am a huge fan of very talented quarterback play. So if there's a quarterback and he is talented, I am watching. We'll get into Russell Wilson later, probably later in this week. What a mess that is. And I'm trying to go through my head. I just lost all my notes. So I'm going to probably call it an episode already. I do appreciate the time. I want to introduce you to Chief Studios. Fred, as I mentioned, should be on the next day or two. And we'll have stuff for you, some very exciting stuff for you all throughout the season. Stay tuned, subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you throughout this 2024 year. Peace out.